It's this thing! It's the secret!
There you go, you can click off the video now.
But I prefer you stay.
I spent weeks on this video, please hear me out, please. Listen, this thing is cute as hell. It is. Look at it. It's like a chocobo, but not. I made mine super emo to reflect the darkness in my soul.
When I was a young boy.
But despite its inherent cuteness, it kinda ruins the experience of Wilds. And that's because of auto-tracking. Yes, I know the game is called Monster Hunter and people just want to kill monsters with cool weapons, but that's not what a hunter does. A hunter studies, explores, and tracks. They study the creature they're hunting to learn its habits and behaviors. They explore the habitat of the creature to get a better understanding of the terrain one needs to deal with when chasing this creature, and what obstacles may pose a hindrance to you while you hunt. And with the knowledge gained from doing this, they can track a creature's movements and calculate where the creature will most likely appear. And then they can kill it! And I find Monster Hunter World knows this. The process is simplified thanks to the superflies or whatever the fuck they're called, but you still have to find traces and tracks of the monster you're searching for, while exploring the environment and the world set up for you. And while tracking your monster, you have plenty of time to gather resources that you find in nature, and uncover secrets around the map. The process of hunting a monster is slow at first, but it adds to the experience. You organically get into the flow of exploring the world as you go, and are then rewarded once you've found enough traces of said monster. In Wilds, you just click a single button and you get an automatic ride to the monster. Every single time. Bro, I don't even know what we're hunting, but my sacred is gonna bring me there anyway. Not only that, but it's fast as fuck. Like damn, this is way faster than my 2 legs. I know nothing of the locale or surroundings of this place, but that doesn't matter because my big emo bird is just gonna take the wildest shortcuts through this place and take me wherever the fuck. Oh look, a monster. But let's slow down a little and discuss why this is a problem. Monster Hunter World was my first Monster Hunter game. Does this make me biased? Yes. I'm not ashamed to admit it, it's true. And Monster Hunter World didn't blow me away or anything, but it was hella fun. It has some features that I miss in Wilds, specifically being able to grapple hook monsters and cling to them and stab them. This was super fun. But overall, I prefer Wilds combat. It feels fluid and tight, and it's clear they spent a lot of time perfecting the core gameplay. But I'll be comparing these 2 titles more closely in Chapter 2. This chapter is called Death of Exploration, so that's what we're talking about. As mentioned, Wilds has this adorable thing, which will auto-track to wherever you want to go. This thing kinda exists in World 2, but it's an endgame feature. Okay, so if they're in both games, why does it matter? Because World lets you explore the world at a slower pace before you get access to the speedy tracking mount. Being forced to remain at your running speed, your eyes are invited to glance around your surroundings, taking in the beautiful environments and noticing the smaller things, the local wildlife, and the resources nature has to offer. Not only that, but you're manually moving around and tracking your prey, getting acclimated to the map in the process, memorizing its intricacies and shortcuts. You figure out which paths lead to what section, where nature's treasures are hidden, and you learn more and more about the beasts within the area. Just tracking a single beast will often have you trip upon markings and tracks made by other beasts who you might encounter in the future. I personally love this concept, and as you move up in the ranks, you get more adept at tracking and traversing the map. Of course, by the time the main story wraps up, you'll have access to auto-tracking flies, camp warps, tracking mounts that expedite the process and lets you just fast forward to the monster fight. But up until this point, you spent a hell of a lot of time exploring and studying this world organically during expeditions, and would report this back to base each time you returned. This time spent was a prerequisite to unlocking the speedier options. You earned it. You spent all this time exploring this world to expedite expeditions for your future self. That's the core game mumbo jumbo, but also, exploring the world is fun. It just is. Running around a world that I now understand feels fun. It's like doing weird-ass parkour, jumping from great heights and hook-clawing around.
And part of the fun is the mystery of the world when you first start out. You don't know what monsters await you. You're tracking an unknown creature that could be anything. You have no idea how this world works or what to expect. You run into weird little cat creatures and go, what the fuck is that? Or you find these mysterious wall paintings made by... who? The world feels huge yet inviting, like it wants you to explore every nook and cranny of it. This also directly influences the level design. Monster Hunter World is designed with non-vehicular movement in mind. Every area feels like it's thought out to be traversed with little goodies and treats to find, and its connections to other areas being spirally and snaky. You don't just move on ground either. You're traveling vertical constantly, shifting elevations and glancing down on where you were just moments before. It's so much fun! Monster Hunter Parkour Simulator! Monster Hunter Wilds is not that. Before I get into this isn't a hard critique or teardown of Monster Hunter Wilds. I know I made a Dark Souls 2 video where I talked a lot of shit on both Dark Souls 2 and Scholar of the First Sin, but I still love Dark Souls 2. It's still pretty bad though. But Monster Hunter Wilds is not bad. In fact, it's pretty damn good. Optimization is subpar at the moment of writing this script, but the game feels great to play anyway. So let's get down to silver tacks. Monster Hunter Wilds is not designed with exploration in mind. It's not. It's built around the auto-tracking Sacred. The world offers very little in terms of exploration. There's no more tracking monsters or studying their habitat before coming upon them, there's no more secret symbols or secrets around the map. A lot of the paths that lead you vertical are only accessible by Sacred, where they have these gaps you have to jump between, or weird climbs that you can't really make yourself. And these are fine cinematically, sure. One of the earlier missions in the game has your oversized chicken run atop these spires while you look down on a horde of beasts. It looks cool. But man, I wish I was doing that, you know? I want to be the one rushing to catch up to the beasts. I want to feel like I'm involved. I want to feel like I'm hunting. Having this auto movement system makes it feel like I'm on a train, looking out at the sides while I wait to get to my destination. I don't get to interact with or enjoy what I see, I only get to watch it go by. Just like life. Just kidding. That said, you can ride the Sacred manually. But that's not much consolation, since you're still moving at lightning speeds while on it. You can slow down if you want to look around, but why would you want to? The game is designed to be fast. You get from point A to point B fast as fuck boy, and then you kill your big baddie monster of the week. The map isn't designed to be slowly explored and studied, it's designed to look cool while you move quickly through it. Or while you move super fucking slowly to the point you want to rip your fucking eyes out.
I fucking hate slow moving interactive cutscenes, I fucking hate it!
And this is immediately pushed on us by the story. All the cool action scenes and chases are set up to be auto movement, and all the slow exploration is just cutscenes. And neither of these are actual exploration. Yes, the game looks beautiful, but I don't want to be forced to take it in slow motion. I want to enjoy it at my pace. While in cutscenes, you can grapple resources, but you can't move away from the set path if something catches your eye. And you're not gonna remember to go back there, because it'll be another 20 minutes until you're allowed to free roam again, and by that time, you're not gonna remember what caught your attention for that fleeting second. But even if you go back, for the most part, there isn't anything interesting around. The levels are designed to make Sacred movement feel quick and cinematic, so even when manually riding your Sacred around, points of interest are spread far apart to make up for the fact that you traverse a landscape so quickly. I understand this sounds nitpicky, but it adds up in the long run to the core problem, which is Monster Hunter Wilds only cares about killing monsters. It's all just boss runs. The world is second-hand, it just has to look pretty. And even then, I highly prefer the maps in World, they're beautiful! But we'll get to that. In summary, Wilds gives you access to speedy traversal way too early, which trivializes the exploration of a world that already has too little in it. Ah, but hold on, I hear you say. Monster Hunter Rise also has a speedy mount that you're given immediately. And you're right, good observation, have a taco. Yes indeed, in Rise you start with a little dog pal, who's a rideable mount that lets you traverse the world quickly. What it doesn't have, however, is, drum break please, auto-tracking. You can traverse the world faster, but you still have to do it by yourself. You have to pay attention to where you're going, and you learn the paths you need to take as you traverse them. So, now that I've rambled on about exploration and level design for way too long, let's move to Chapter 2! I love World. I'm super biased. Look at my character, I love her so much. Now look at my character in Wilds. I love her too. I'm a two-timing bastard. Sue me. But you're not here to watch me fawn over my waifus, you want me to tell you why Monster Hunter Wilds secretly sucks ass, and Capcom is a failed company that should have quit after Street Fighter 2. So why does Monster Hunter Wilds suck so bad? Here's a little hint for you. It doesn't! Honestly, Wilds is pretty damn great. The combat feels really damn good, the cinematic moments look fantastic, the game looks lovely, the setting is great, the characters have cool designs, and all the new armor sets for both you and your Palico are on point as always. And don't even get me started on the character creator. Oh lord, you're gonna get me started, aren't you? Holy fuck, I love this fucking thing! And while this section is definitely gonna be a lot of me criticizing Wilds and comparing it to World, I want to assure you, I fucking love Wilds. The game is fucking awesome. If it didn't fucking run like shit, I'd easily give it an 8 out of 10. I vibe with the world in Monster Hunter World so hard it's not even funny. The main headquarters is so active and energizing, a perfect mainstay for a well-built organization of monster hunters. It's bustling with life, the verticality making it feel bigger than it really is, and the important landmarks feel well established within the base. Look at the blacksmith in his cute little building. The research and planners are hanging out, the merchants are by the cargo, the general meeting area is in plain sight. The restaurant is at the top, but look at the cute buff Palico. I love him! And before we move on to anything else, shame on you Wilds for not including a Palico restaurant! Palico cooking soothes my soul! Look at it! It's so fucking cute! My heart can't handle it! Call an Amber Lamp! This whole base of operations is a marvel. It's a wonder to explore and lay eyes upon the first time you arrive here. You got a room all to yourself that you can upgrade and put critters in. It's cute! Anytime I return to this place, I feel a sense of excitement. It just invigorates me. Base headquarters in Wilds pales in comparison, and it's a shame really since the graphics in Wilds look fantastic. It's all haphazardly thrown together and is stationed in this closed-in valley area, hidden from view. This is of course a decision made to adhere to the story, as this is a makeshift camp rather than a well-established base that has been around for years upon years, but it's still a bit disappointing. There's a charm to this in itself, of course, feeling like you're part of the start of something new, you and the companions around you leading the exploration of this continent unbeknownst to you. What I really enjoy about this camp though, is the online players running around. It's the MMO feel, looking at other people's characters with awe and going, wow, how did they get that armor? Oh my god, their Palico is so cute! Still, the base camp is a bit boring, and it doesn't offer much to do or explore. And with the Palico restaurant removed, there's really no reason to even be in base camp unless you desperately need a merchant. The blacksmith lady who everyone sims for follows you to wherever you go, and in your tent you can make meals for yourself and prep for your next mission. The little Palico scenes in your tent are brilliant though, Wilds gets points for that. The areas you explore also aren't very exciting in Wilds. In World, you have your first area be this vibrant and lush landscape with open fields, underground caverns, dark forests, rivers, parkouring up in the treetops. It's a fucking wonder to explore and take part of. In Wilds, you get rock, desert, cave, grab. It doesn't excite me! It doesn't thrill me! It just makes me go, oh, okay. There isn't anything interesting for me to return to and explore after I've already visited place in the story, and the story played itself anyway, so I hardly got to explore it then, and I still feel like I've explored it enough. And I get a bit grumpy that I yell at you for fighting a random monster if you do explore because you need a hunter license for that. Yes, it makes sense for the story, but shut up! If I explore and I find a new monster, I want to fight it! I'm a simple man! Second area in World is, wow, would you look at that, a desert area. But this one still feels a lot more vibrant and interesting than the one in Wilds. You got your weird lake, you got valleys with weird dudes bothering you, you got huge sandy dunes that you can travel below to find secret sandy caves. Second area you go to in Wilds is this deep forest, which looks really pretty, and it has this cute little place where these critters get honey from. Also, these critters are the absolute best. I wish their village was bigger and there was stuff to do in there. But again, this forest area doesn't provide much to do, it's mostly just forest. I really love the touch of the red water though. It looks cool. World's locations are all varied even within themselves, and areas within each location feel brand new when you discover them. Wilds feels more like they had a single theme they wanted to pursue, and they didn't want to stray too far from the original concept. And again, I'm not saying, oh, Monster Hunter Wilds looks like shit, because it doesn't. I mean, just look at this. Beautiful. But Worlds has so much more in every area, and it's all just so perfect. Fucking just look! Also, why is this game so fucking grey? No, deadass, why is so much of this game grey? This was my introduction fight to Jin Bahad, who's a big deal apparently, and the whole fight is just grey. Look! Why? Please! It's weird. In World, I would just go to free expedition and run around in the levels and enjoy exploring without a goal because the world was so fucking awesome. In Wilds, which now has this whole world connected for seamless loading zones, I decided to travel through the whole world from the first camp all up to the final area, and the whole journey felt empty and boring for the most part. Yes, there are some beautiful sections, this whole plains area is fantastic, but this is not a world I want to explore, because there's nothing in it. There are some fun monster interactions, but they happen during quests too. The best map in this game is the forest area, and that's mostly because of the varied scenery it presents. The rest of the world feels more like a backdrop to fight cool monsters rather than a world full of secrets. Before I start ranting in circles, let me summarize my feelings on the matter. Wild's world is not designed to be explored on foot, but on an automated sacred, and the vertical movement that World mastered so beautifully is now just sacred, move, auto, yay. Wilds is Alma, get out of the shot. Wilds is Alma, seriously, I'm doing a thing here. Wilds is Alma, get the fuck out of the shot! Wilds is beautiful, but each level feels more like a fast vehicle to get to the next monster rather than an interactive path to one. In short, World's World is a better world than Wild's World, and the only way Wild's World could beat World's World would be if hoWDY made a guest appearance in Wild's World as Wild's hoWDY. I do like the derpy lizards. Let's talk positives! I really love the feel of Wild's combat. God, it feels so buttery smooth. I've been a dual blade main since I first picked up World, but Wild's made swinging this huge piece of metal around look so fun that I just had to switch. I shall no longer study the blade. I'm doing AP Hammer with Professor Smackdown. Not only is there so many fun combos to pull, but look at the charge! Oh, I'm coming for you, big boy, just you wait! Bada bing, bada boom! God, it's so satisfying. They also added this wound system, which lets you pull some cool moves by focusing attacks on specific areas that you've put damage into. These focus attacks will also stun the monster for a little bit and deal a big bunch of extra damage. I think this is cool as fuck. A lot of returning fans dislike this system because it trivializes a lot of the strategy and work you used to have to put into stagger and stun targets, and with the greatly decreased health pool of all monsters in the game, it's hard to disagree. But I like it. I'm not a tryhard when it comes to Monster Hunter, as opposed to Elden Ring, and I'm also not particularly good at it. So my experience greatly differs from long-term fans of the series. Wilds currently is not a game that will push you to your limits and have you at the edge of your seat in boss fights. Honestly, most of the time I don't even have to pay attention in Wilds. I just do my funny spinny move and sit back and relax. In World, I'm fighting for my fucking life at all points in time. I gotta time my dodges, I gotta be aware of my spacing, I gotta pop my health booster in a good spot, I gotta look around for a slow to pull off some cool levy spins, and I'm also looking for opportunities to do this! It's so cool! Honestly, it sucks they removed this in Wilds, cause this was my favorite move to pull off. Still, Wilds is pretty damn easy. But this has more to do with the monsters, which we will get to shortly. But before we move on, I want to stress that Wilds, as of right now, is not very challenging. But Wilds just released, and so will most likely be patched and balanced throughout the coming months. And there's already been rumors that they'll be adding monsters each update. So let's talk monsters! The monsters in Wilds are underwhelming as fuck. I said it! Fuck you, I'm right! I'm gonna pull this comparison right off the bat because this is my video and I can do what I want. Artworld versus... First of all, is so fucking cool. Look at this fucking baller dragon. Girl just sucking up Elder Dragon energy like it's fucking gasoline. Is her fight hard? No, not particularly. But she's fun. Her moves are well telegraphed, she's got very clear vulnerability windows, the spacing between her legs is good, and she'll counter you if you stay between her legs or up by her tail too much. She's just a good time, I don't know what to tell you. As a final boss, this is pretty great, honestly. The Artworld is underwhelming as fuck. This white wraith has been the main focus throughout the whole story, painted up as the beast of all beasts, the king of the jungle, the psychotic murderous anomaly sworn to destroy the ecosystem. And motherfucker isn't even more interesting than Rathalos. It's legit just a normal ass fucking beast. It has cool scaly whips and make things go boom, but you really don't need more brain activity than hammer go bonk and he's down. Don't get me wrong, it's a fun fight, but it's way too easy. You'd think the monster the game has been gushing over this whole time would be more of a threat, you know? The biggest threat of this boss was the game crashing 5 times while I was fighting it. For real. But it turns out Artworld isn't even the last boss. So Shia is. And so Shia is... alright. You hit it. Just a bunch. And then it charges and explodes, and then it's dead. It's pretty fun. And it gives your player character the coolest fucking cutscene in the game. Still, the designs of both of these are just, they're white and dragon-esque. Cool, I guess. Though Soshia turns black in lava when you hit it a bunch, so that's pretty cool. Xeno has this cool-ass look with black and blue flames, and we're like bug eyes? Put this motherfucker in Dark Souls, I don't fucking know. But most designs in Wilds are just so bland. No hoWDY is just Inky Calamari, Balahara is just fucking Mulgera, Ufduna, Doshagorango, Ayarakam, bro, I'm snoring. Chemotries is fun though, look at this dumbass chicken, get bonked. Who the fuck designed Rumpawpaw? Seriously, tell me. Whoever they are, they got a meeting with my fist, what the fuck is this? Just look at it! And these fights are still pretty fun, but their designs make me snooze. But let me point at some designs I do like. Lullabarina, I fucking love this design, it's fucking cool as hell. The battle is also hella fun. Look at how it fucking moves. Shatacabra, I love frogs, I'm biased. Fuck you, I love him, her, they, them, frog. Right now, it's a cool dragon, and it shoots lasers. Get bonked. But let's look at World's monsters. And I'm only gonna mention monsters before the DLC, because it would be unfair to compare base game Wilds with full plus DLC World. I'm going in no specific order by these, but I love World's design, let's get this rolling. Puke, Radobon, Kirin, Great Jagras, Kuluyaku, Legiana, and let me throw in my personal favorites. Nergigante. I mean, how can you not? Look at this fucking beast. Fuck yes. Rathalos. Yes, Rathalos is in Wilds too, but Rathalos looks dope in World. Coolest dragon! Tobi Kadachi. I absolutely suck at fighting these, but I love their design so much I'm gonna cry. Xeno. Man, I just think she's cool. Sora Magdaros. A full-on walking island made of magma. It's lit! I love boarding this motherfucker, shooting cannons at him. I love this guy. Design choices come down to a matter of opinion, and it's impossible to present factual data on why one design would be better than the other. I find World's monster designs fit well within their environments and retain the vibrant energy of the rest of the game. Wilds does have some gems as mentioned, and then it has... I'm going to shoot myself. Monster Hunter's story sucks. And I'm talking every Monster Hunter. They're never particularly well written, and that's okay. And you're free to enjoy the story, but be real with me. You don't play Monster Hunter for the story. Hello, my name is World. We got a camp set up to investigate a threat to this continent's ecosystem. Hello, my name is Wilds. We got a camp set up to investigate a threat to this continent's ecosystem. Oh look, our constant and major in-focus threat. Ah, but actually this was the secret evil. You're a cool hunter who gets hired for this job and quickly prove yourself as incredibly awesome. You get partnered up with a total nerd who demands to come along to all the super dangerous locations because she has an autistic need to research. You got a super badass commander who's like super cool. I'll give Wild some credit that it's at least trying to make an emotional twist on it by throwing in this little kiddo here whose village was attacked and it takes along to find his way back and then has a bunch of realizations about life and shit. Wilds is trying. But like, I don't care. We don't spend enough time with these characters to bother. You have a bunch of cutscenes, sure, and you can talk to them a bit around camp, but like, they're nothing special. If anything, I'm more intrigued in the little village you find after the first monster than the people around camp. Yes, both Handler 2.0 and Smithy here are pure simp material, and I am the #1 simp of all time, but a high quality waifu does not a high quality story make. But again, having a complex and compelling story isn't required when it comes to Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is you, the licensed hunter, going into nature to take care of threats to the surrounding ecosystem, so that all the nerds can do their studies properly. Things like monsters breaching their feeding grounds and encroaching on other monsters' territories, or big old dragon monsters threatening to absorb the energy of the whole island and killing all life on it. That's your job. Go in there and fix it. And that's all it needs to be. You just need an excuse to hunt monsters. I know I'm supposed to care about the strife of this boy and his people and his realization that the Arcfall is literally me, OMG, but I don't. I find him boring and just kinda I mean, I also hate kids, so like, fuck off. Waifu. Waifu. Dommy mommy.
Hold up, what is that? What the fuck is that? Adorable! Wait, no, please.
Ah! It's too cute!
WildZ excels in this section by far. Both our new handler and our smithy are based as fuck. These are 100% simp bait, and I fall for it every time. World's handler was fucking annoying. Always getting into dumb situations cause she's dumb as fuck. Stop sticking me together with this idiot, let me go out by myself! At least Alma is capable in her own right. And she's cute. Blacksmith Lady is pretty cool too. And then we got Olivia! She's alright. She's the big boss in camp, keeping track of shit and also smacks beasts up with a hammer. She's cool. Worlds has this guy who basically does the same thing. He's also pretty cool. I ranked them equally. But the reason I'm giving Olivia some special focus right now is because I've read way too many comments complaining that she is too woke and that the butch lesbian general is ruining the story. To which I say, what? No, seriously, what? It's the same character? But she's got at the titties? Well, I don't... But Worlds has the Palico restaurant. This buff Palico is my favorite NPC in the game, your argument is invalid. Fuck yes! Chat cooking! If there's one singular thing to know about me, it's that I have a massive weakness for character creation. I've spent hours just sitting around in Baldur's Gate 3's and Elden Ring's character creators just messing around. And so, when I got my hands on Wilds, I was stuck here for a good hour before I could even kick off the game. Like, it's so fucking beautiful and it's so logical. They fucking nailed this shit. I still suck at it, but fuck it, it's fun. And of course I had to go make myself a hot emo chick as my go-to. I literally said to my friend, guess what my character is? And he said, a hot emo chick with red highlights. Boom! That's right! I like World's character creator too, but it's not even close. But I do love my first World character, she's a cutie. Capcom, fix your fucking game before I blow my fucking brains out! This game runs at around 40 FPS when it's good, and around 20 FPS on average. Just standing in camp, my FPS will fluctuate between 60 FPS and 20 FPS. What the fuck is going on? And this is after putting down all the graphics to super low. And I've never had a game disconnect my controller as much as fucking Wilds. And then I updated to version 1.010.01.00 and I literally can't play the game anymore! My controller disconnects every 2 minutes and does not reconnect. I gotta restart the game to reconnect my controller. This is fucking ridiculous. I thought this had to do with my Corsair keyboard, as Corsair drivers are known to mess with certain games, so I literally bought a new keyboard to play this game, and that didn't help either. No other game has done this to me. I've disconnected an Elden Ring before, but it would always reconnect within seconds, and would only happen once every 2 or 3 hours. I've never had any issues in World whatsoever, but this is also a game that's been out for a while and probably been patched a bunch. That's still no excuse for Wilds to be a broken fucking mess. Also, did I mention fighting the Archveld is, impossible? That's right, if you own an AMD chipset, this boss fight will make you crash. I crashed 5 times to this fuck, and the error reporter would pop up, and then the error reporter would fucking freeze. What the fuck is going on, Capcom? So I looked it up, and apparently, if you're on AMD, you need to turn off FSR when you get to this point, otherwise the game will crash every time without fail. I turned it off, no more crashes. I don't fucking get it! Fix your fucking game, Capcom! Game is fun. I like it. 7 out of 10. If you've made it this far, you need to understand. None of this matters. The world, the combat, the story, it's all for nothing. In Monster Hunter, the only thing of importance is fashion, baby! Fuck yeah! Look at my drip! Pose for the camera, girl! Monster Hunter is a dress-up game disguised as an action game. And Wilds has got drip! Fuck yes! Whoa! Hell fucking yeah! This is what technology was made for! Woo! Bye.